Like the other day, I was on a plane that kind of was on fire, and we just made an emergency landing.
Why was
and then
it
after we landed, the guy goes, "Hey, sorry, I didn't make an announcement. I had my hands full up there," which meant some sort of nauseating light came on, or he smelt it. It smelled like burnt popcorn. I thought the stewardesses were burning a dinner or something.
It was a commercial flight that was on fire?
Yeah.
How far into it were you?
That was the funny thing. We were going Nashville to L.A. and we ended up landing in Little Rock. So like we were in the air for like 40 minutes, and all of a sudden we started descending, and I was thinking, going like, all right, is they going underneath some some turbulence or some shit, and then all of a sudden my drink started sliding down like the armrest. I was gonna hit. So I'm like, wow, we're really going down. And the lady came by. She goes, yeah, we're collecting all the drinks because we're gonna be landing shortly. I was just 40 minutes into Nashville to L.A., and the woman next to me takes her headphones off. And she was like, we're here already? Which I would have done at some point in my life. So I'm not like trashing her. I just laughed. I was like, no, I think we're making an emergency landing. She was like, why? I go, probably had to do with that burning smell. So I just, to keep myself calm, I'm like, all right, he's controlling the aircraft. He was flying this fucking thing. It wasn't like that autopilot shit. Like he was flying, and so my whole thing was like going, "Oh my god, is it one of those fucking cell phones, the Galaxy 7 that somebody left in the bag?" And
they make the announcements now when you get on the plane. If you have one of those, tell us right now.
You got to take it off the plane.
Yeah.
They were saying they might have to be powered off. Now they're like they can't be on the plane.
Yeah, and so I was just sitting as we were descending, just thinking like, is this thing going to go through some fucking wire or some hydraulics or some shit that's going to like I don't know anything about planes or anything, but so we're coming in, and I looked out the window and I thought we were in St. Louis because I thought what I saw was the Mississippi River, but it was just some river that feeds into it outside of Little Rock. So we're coming in for a landing, and like all I can look out the side and all I see is trees in this fucking river. And for half a second I'm like, is this guy going to sully this thing and put it in the water? So then I was just thinking, stay conscious. And I was thinking everything. As the front of the plane gets fucked up, and that door that's right there, because I was in the first seat.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the first guy out, and I'm not taking anybody with me either. Then I was thinking, if that thing gets crunched up and won't open up, then I got to fight my way.
And you will fight your way back.
Oh, yeah. I would have been stepping on people's heads to get out of there. But then it would have been like, everybody trying to get out. But then fortunately I saw the runway. Then they landed. Then I'm like, reverse engines, please reverse engines. And then it got to a point of like, even if we hit a fence, we were okay. And I was like, all right. And then we get off the plane. There's like a fire engine and people in like these asbestos suits and shit or whatever the fuck.
Did you go to the gate or did you stay on the runway?
No, went to the gate and we got off, and then they were all going. Like there's like literally people in like those beekeeper fire suits and a big fire engine, one of those airport ones up against near the plane. And they were like, okay, we're going to see if this thing, we can still fly. It's like, yeah, dude. Nobody's getting back on that fucking plane.
No.
So then they go, all right, we can't fly that. That we do have another plane for you guys. The problem is it's 2 hours away. And the crew is an hour away from the plane. And commendable crowd there. Only 10% were like, oh, Jesus, this is no way to run an airline. It's like, dude, this is a great way to run an airline.
Right.
We could have just burned to death.
Yeah.
From 35,000 feet, and this fucking guy knew what to do, and he got us on the ground safely. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, they want an extra plane and a flight crew there for every plane, just in case any of them catch on fire.
Yeah, exactly. It's not Uber.
Right.
Another jumbo jet's not showing up in 5 minutes to fucking Little Rock, Arkansas.
So what did you do? Did you switch airlines or did you just hang out and wait?
No, I just hung because I checked the bag. I was thinking about doing that, but even then, like that airport was almost closing down. It was the Bill and Hillary Clinton Airport in Little Rock, Arkansas. Yeah, and I went up to the bar. I watched the Razorbacks get their ass kicked by Auburn, and then I watched the Cubs go to their first World Series, and just even being in a World Series in 71 years, it was great, man. I had a couple of pops. You know, I just chilled out, and I was just like, no matter how long it took, I was like, I didn't burn to death.
Right, that's
great point, man.
Yeah,
and
then it took it to like 1 a.m. We landed at like 6, and they said the crew was going to be there by 8:30. Of course, now it's 9, now it's 10. The usual bullshit.
Right.
Trying to get a jumbo jet there, right? So everybody's starting to yell at these fucking people at the Little Rock Airport who should have been home 6 hours earlier. And
right.
So finally we get on the plane. They go, okay, this plane's going to take you back to Dallas. And we had never been to Dallas. And everybody's just like, oh, you got to be kidding. Flipping out. It's just like, dude, American Airlines, Dallas is their hub.
Right.
They're going to get us. We're in Little Rock. You want to go back to Nashville, you fucking idiot?
Right.
They just wanted to go like directly to L.A. So then we get there, and then they wanted us to deplane to then get back on the plane for whatever fucking reason. I don't know. And this one guy, I hear this guy go, they can't possibly expect us to ever fly this airline again. I hated that he spoke for all of us.
Right.
It was just like, dude, I am absolutely going to fly this airline again because they showed me that if one of their planes is smoldering, they can get me on the ground safely.
Yeah.
Did you imagine forget that?
If they had been like, you know what?
Gold-toed, sock-wearing cunt.